I hope this podcast can inspire you to always dream big and make it your reality. I am your host, Jess Williamson, a serial entrepreneur and business coach. And today I'm bringing you another jam-packed solo episode celebrating with you guys my 150K quarter this month. And I wanted to share the lessons from that. So I'm not usually someone to share my income or figures or numbers because to me, what does money mean for money's sake? So for me, my idea of success is all about freedom, going to the beach whenever I want, going on holidays, spending time with loved ones, all of that. And yes, money can help me do that. So I'm wanting to celebrate this and share with you the actual lessons that I learned from that you can take away and actually implement into your own businesses now. I did this as an IGTV, so if you are keen to watch the video as well, head over to my Instagram and check that out. Otherwise, I thought it deserved a place on the podcast. So let's jump into the episode. I was literally just having a shower and these thoughts come in my head. I'm like, I need to hurry up because I need to get on live and tell you about it. So this afternoon, I was checking my numbers in my business because we've come to the end of the quarter. And I was a little bit shocked at myself because my numbers said that I did over 150K personally in my business. Like, this business is me. I have a VA who helps me out a little bit, but this business is me. And I was shocked. Now, I'm not someone who normally jumps on. I've never really shared my income numbers publicly before. But the reason why I'm sharing this is there's a really important lesson that I want to share with you. So 150K for the quarter. And I was shocked. I was shocked because I was not focusing on that, right? I was focusing on working in the business. I was focusing on getting my journal out, getting my retreat sorted, getting everything organized in my business. And this is what I wanted to share. What are you focusing on? Because when we're in the trenches, when we're in our business, we're so busy focusing on all the things going wrong. Maybe you lost a client, maybe you lost a deal or a sale, or maybe someone commented something nasty on your photo, or maybe you didn't get as many likes as you wanted. So what I wanted to share about this lesson of my 150K quarter is that, what are you focusing on? Because I wasn't focusing on that. I did not even realize that was happening. I did, but I didn't really, understand it. I'm looking at my numbers now because I learned very quickly in my first year of business 5 years ago, look at your numbers. So what I'm here to share is, what are you focusing on? So one of my other one-on-one clients, she sent me a voice memo earlier in the week, probably Monday, saying, Jess, I'm really defeated. I've lost 3 clients this week. Like, how do I get more? How do I get more? How do I get more? Like, really down, really upset about it. I've lost 3 of my clients this week. And so, I helped her out with that. But what she did, she sent me a message today, a bit upset about losing those clients earlier in the week. And today she sent me her numbers for the month. And guess what? She was $300 away from hitting her goal. Now, she was so close to hitting that monthly target. And when we put things into perspective, this target was $3,000 more than last month, $3,000 more than what she did in August. But she was a bit upset about losing these few clients. And you grew your business way higher than the last few months have been, but you still feel down, right? Our brains are programmed to focus on the things going wrong. Our brains are programmed to protect us from danger. It's literally how we've come through evolution. Our brains are here to protect us from danger. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to jump on here. I was like, gotta share this, because the way my brain works, if I left it 5 more minutes, I would forget what the heck I wanted to say. Do you ever feel like that? You've got like this best idea, you're like gonna write it down, and then you've forgotten it. So I was like, I'm jumping on, fresh face, straight out of the shower. I did put clothes on though for you guys, but I wanted to share this because I had that own revelation in my business. And it's not the first time I've seen numbers like this. I've been in business, many different businesses over the last 5 years. And I'm not normally someone to share the numbers because I think everyone is on their own journey. Now, there are people earning way, way more than me. There are people earning less. There are all people on different levels. But for me, that was a pretty huge win. I was celebrating. I was having a little dad's party for myself because I'm proud of where I've gotten to, right? So take me back 3 years. I was hustling. I wasn't looking after my health. I was angry all the time. Like I was out lashing on everyone because I was so stressed. Those numbers were coming in, but it wasn't what fulfills me. And so what I am actually most proud of is not the numbers, because I think, what's the point in money for money's sake? Like, I don't see the point, to be honest. Like, I see the point in running a business that can fulfill your lifestyle. So what I've seen is a massive income quarter for me, but guess what? I no longer outlash on people for no reason. I remember in my first year of business, my mum was amazing. And honestly, if I wasn't living at home with my mum at that time, I would not have eaten. She would come. She was like, Jess, dinner's ready. And I'm like, Mum, leave me alone. I'm so stressed. Leave me alone. So I just wanted to share that because now that I can reflect on that, this was just a massive wake-up call, going in, logging into my accounting software and seeing those numbers. But I was able to go to the beach twice last week. I've been able to have more rest. I've been able to do some exercise, eat properly, relax. I've watched some cool shows on Netflix, read some books, invested in myself. I've done so much learning and doing what really lights me up and thrives. So those are some learnings I wanted to share. What I would love for you to take away over the weekend or tonight, if you're like me, you'll be like, I'm going to do it straight away. Have a look at your numbers, because guess what? Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, but our brains do. I'm going to say that again. Numbers don't lie, but our brains do, because it's focusing on all the shit going wrong. So go and have a look at your numbers. Look at your social media numbers. Look at your accounting numbers. Look at your bank account and be freaking proud of what you've achieved, because if you're in business, that means you have done that. You've done it. Even if you've outsourced it, even if you've got a team, you've done it. If you're the business owner, you're the business founder, you have done that. That is freaking crazy. Whatever it is that you've done, if you've made one sale, if you've had one person see your post on social media that made an impact, even if you don't know it, you're making an impact right now. And that is honestly why I'm showing up here straight out of the shower like I don't even care. Because I was like, if someone can take one thing away from what I'm having to say here, that'll be my year made, right? So what are you focusing on is what I want you to take away. Go look at your numbers because they don't lie. Another story that I had, so I had a coach, and I always have coaches. I'm always looking to level up myself. But I had a coach maybe 3 years ago when I was running my swimwear brand. And the sales were going like this, and then they went like this. Now, that's going to happen in business. Trust me, it's going to happen more than once. But the numbers went down. And I went into a spiral. I was like, holy shit, everything's gone wrong. Everything is breaking. Sales are down. I don't know what to do. Shit was hitting the fan. And this coach said to me, Jess, in the meantime, you started 3 other businesses. So 1 year before that, I was just running the swimwear. Then I had 3 businesses, and I changed the perspective around that. He made me change that perspective, and he said, Jess, your net worth, your net income across all of your businesses is like 3 times what you had last year. Yes, your swimwear brand might have taken a bit of a hit this month. That could be due to weather. That could be due to just photos that I've had. That could be due to so many things. And now, being aware of that, I could look into that and solve that. But I was focusing on the things going wrong in my swimwear brand that I didn't even realize I just 3 times my earning potential by starting 3 new businesses. And so when we change that perspective, like I said, numbers don't lie. And so the only reason I'm sharing that with you tonight is to encourage you, go and look at your numbers. Don't just look at last month's numbers compared to this month. Look at last year, where you were at. Look at last 10 years. Look at what you've achieved in numbers, in monetary, in followers. You know, all of that is great because it's factual, but also sit down and just take some time to reflect. Because for me, reflecting on where I was angry. I was stressed. I was like, not the best me. Now I can look at, yes, I'm earning a lot of money, but for me, what really means the most is that I was able to go to the beach. I'm able to be relaxed. I'm able to show up here. In the past, there's no way in hell my mind would have been able to function enough to talk. Like, I couldn't function at all because I wasn't looking after my health. I wasn't looking after anything. checking my numbers and seeing that 150K quarter, like that is mind blowing to me, firstly, because when I was working full time, I was earning 40K a year. So I remember my very first 40K month last year and my brain couldn't even comprehend. So take some time to reflect on where you're at now, because you've all come amazing ways. And I'd love to just repeat the fact of numbers don't lie, but your brains do sometimes. So just keep that in mind, because your brain is always trying to prevent you from getting harmed. So it's always going to look at things that might be harming you, the negatives. That's just how our brain is wired. Let's rewire that. Let's celebrate some wins. I had a little dance party to myself this afternoon, and let's really do that. So one thing that I find that I say to my one-on-one clients, actually, that I just want to leave you guys with is, so often when we say, let's celebrate the wins, we're like, have I made any money? Have I signed any clients? Maybe the win was just like, holy shit, I am proud of myself. I believe in myself more than I did last week. That is probably the most valuable win, I would say, ever. And honestly, that is what gives me the most excitement. Yes, my clients get results. Yes, they get whatever, business growth. But when a client comes to me and they're like, Jess, I actually never believed in myself before, and now I actually believe that my dreams are possible. This is almost going to make me cry. Like, that means the most to me. Literally, my eyes are tearing up right now. So I think I'm going to leave it there. This is just literally brain farting out of my head. That's why I had to get out of the shower, because if I didn't come right now and share it, that thought would be gone, and then I'd be on to a different thought. So I hope you found that valuable. This is just my little gift to you, and I hope that just starts your weekend off the best way. Love to chat with you guys. That was a super, super fun episode. I loved hanging out with everyone that joined me on the live over on Instagram. If you don't already, make sure you come and hang out. Come and connect with me on Instagram, and you can find me at jess.williamson8. Send me a DM. Let me know if you listened to this episode, or if you've listened to any episode and got something out of it. I would love to hear from you. My DMs are always, always open. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Couch Chats. As always, there will be a new episode next Thursday. Thanks for listening, and have an amazing week.